Welcome, curious minds, to another deep dive. Today we're looking into something that seems pretty everyday, but its impact on our cities is huge. It touches all of us. We've been digging into this really interesting discussion about trees, actually. And it's packed with insights that might just change how you see your street, your park, your whole environment.
Absolutely. And our mission today really is to pull out the key ideas of, well, first, why are city trees disappearing? Then to really get into why they matter so much in our daily lives. And maybe the most surprising bit, how easy it actually is for, well, for you listening to be part of the solution.
Okay, so let's jump right in. The source material, it points out something pretty concerning from the get-go. Trees in our cities, they're disappearing day by day. It's framed as a real worry. So what's driving this? Why are we losing them, according to the source?
Well, it mentions a few key things. It seems to be a mix, really. There's unchecked urban development, constant building,
Yeah.
new infrastructure. Trees often just get cleared out. Then there's the money side. City budgets for actually taking care of trees, sometimes just not enough. Planting is one thing, maintenance is another. And honestly, a lot of new developments just don't build in green spaces. They're seen as obstacles, maybe, not assets. So it's this like interplay of policy, money, and how we value green space.
Right. So development, lack of upkeep, maybe just not valuing them enough. That's the bleak starting point. But the source quickly pivots, doesn't it? It underlines how essential trees are. Survival even. Beyond just trees give oxygen, which we all learn, what are the sort of deeper connections it makes? How do they affect our daily lives?
Yeah, that's where it gets really interesting. It's so much more than oxygen, though that's obviously critical. They cool the air massively. Think about those urban heat islands.
Oh yeah, cities getting way hotter than the countryside.
Exactly. And trees make a huge difference. A street with trees can be noticeably cooler, make summer walks bearable, right? And floods. They soak up rainfall, help water seep into the ground instead of overwhelming drains.
Which seems more and more important lately.
Definitely. And then there's mental peace. Just being around greenery. Studies show it reduces stress, lifts your mood. It even seems to help with focus. So it impacts our well-being in like subtle but really powerful ways every single day.
But the source also picks up on something, a kind of resistance maybe. This idea that planting trees is, well, a hassle. Too much trouble. Is that a genuine barrier for most people or just something we tell ourselves?
The source really pushes back on that. It basically says, not at all. It makes it sound surprisingly easy, which, makes you wonder, what's really stopping us then? Because apparently, even just a small plant, like in a pot on your balcony or on the roof, that can make a difference. You don't need a huge garden.
Yeah, it gets specific too. It mentions fruit trees, flowering plants, simple things. They add beauty, maybe even some food. So that sounds like, okay, even if you think you kill every plant you touch, there's still an entry point.
Absolutely. There's always something you can try. And if you do have more space, a backyard, maybe an empty patch of ground nearby, then yeah, the options get bigger. Mango trees, jackfruit, just good old shade trees. And those obviously contribute even more to the cooling, the flood control, the oxygen. Plus, you might get fruit, and they definitely improve the feel of the place, maybe even property value, who knows?
Okay, and this next point, this really made me sit up. The source brings in this statistic, I think it's from the UN Environment Program. It says if every single person planted at least 3 trees a year, we could significantly cut the impact of climate change. 3 trees.
It's quite something, isn't it, that number? It just shifts the scale entirely. Suddenly, this small thing you can do, multiply it by billions, and it becomes this massive collective action, global impact. It really makes you think, doesn't it, about how individual actions add up. It sort of says the power isn't just with governments or big companies, it's also with you.
Which means...
Yeah.
Yeah. The source frames it as something we should all take seriously. It's not just a nice idea. It's presented as a real call to action.
And it gets very practical. It lays down a challenge, actually, for you listening. Plant at least 1 tree, just 1, in the next month. And then this is the community part. Share a picture on social media. Use the hashtag Call of Green. It's simple, right? Direct. Actionable. It's trying to start a movement, basically, from the ground up.
I like the analogy they use, too. It really sticks with you. A tiny sapling today will grow into a tree that gives shade, oxygen, and life tomorrow. Captures that long-term impact from a small start.
Precisely.
Yeah.
It all comes back to that idea, working together, understanding that these small efforts, they really do add up, helping create a greener planet, a more resilient one.
So bringing this all together, what's the final thought for you, our listener, beyond just, more trees are good.
Well, maybe think about this. What if planting a tree, even just one small one, does more than help the environment? What if it actually changes how you connect with nature right outside your door? Could it maybe spark a sense of community? Could it lead to other local green projects, maybe things spreading beyond just your own pot or patch of land? It's really about how could this one small action cultivate not just a plant, but maybe a deeper sense of looking after your place, a more active role in shaping the environment right around you, something to think about.